That was a hell of a yawn. We did it. Hey, did you know what's kind of cool?
Is my camera not fucking focused? There we go.
You know, I don't want to mischaracterize it. I want it to be fun. But basically, in a nutshell, for 2 years, you could say you were one of the most vocal people. You like, 2 years ago, you came on, took, the space by storm, and for 2 years have just grown this voice of yours that's just that talks about the games, right? Talks about workouts, talks about games. Think about all the people that have done that, right? And then you're like, fuck it, and you put it on the line against 3 of the best CrossFitters in the world 3 weeks in a row. It's just crazy, dude.
Hey, is my audio coming through my mic?
Yeah, so you sound great.
I can't hear you through my.
Oh, through your headset?
Yeah. It's
Is there a volume switch on that?
It's
on
coming
through
mic? It's coming through my Mac Mini speakers.
I know that's probably annoying, but I'm not getting an echo, so it's fine. You can go to the settings and hit audio. Can you change it?
I changed it.
Oh, okay. You can log out and log back in if you want to try.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry.
Okay, take your time. No, that's cool.
So retarded.
Nah, it's Sunday morning. It's chill. Hey, good morning, Chris. What's up, dude? Birthday? Yes, that's correct. Birthday, Standy. Yes, of course. Duh. Ken Walters. Good morning. To the podcast favorite, should be a good one. Thanks, dude. Actually, Colton's actually coming on at 7:30. I need to send him a invite. We'll kick Taylor off at 7:30, and get Colton on for 30 minutes too. Just kind of debrief with the dudes, right? Just be like, "Yo, what's up? How'd it go?" Drew, what's up, dude? Good morning. Hexy lover, yo. Yeah, so we got 30 minutes with Taylor. How about now? Better?
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. That was it? You just turn it on and off and it works?
No, I did the settings on Google on the StreamYard, but I didn't change it on like my Mac. I had my Mac settings as default Mac Mini speakers because I was listening to some YouTube the other day.
Hey, what room is that?
This is our office kind of room.
Do you normally do the podcast from there?
Yeah, always.
Oh, you look like you've gone next level.
Dude, well, we haven't been on a show. What? Yeah, we have. You just don't ever notice because we're on the show with like 7 different people. But I've been doing Shut Up and Scribble from here for like the past 6-7 months.
And do you do it like this, like in this mode? Wait.
No, we do it in the mode we're in right now. This mode or the other on Shut Up and Scribble.
Oh.
Not that mode.
Oh. Caleb, you can come on if you want.
I didn't know if you just wanted to hang out with Taylor.
Me and Caleb have the same Discover feed on Instagram.
Just retards.
Trans men and fucking.
Hey, that really is your algorithm you were sharing with us?
Dude, my algorithm is all crackheads, dogs, like cool dog or animal videos, crackheads doing insane shit, or like furry transvestite, just like, what the fuck is this video?
God, so mine that makes me worried because mine's just pretty much like insects and beaver.
No, dude, yeah, beaver and not not the animal, bro.
Yeah, no, mine's like insects, like scorpions eating frogs, and then just
that green-haired bitch was on my timeline this morning.
Right? It's crazy, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is our.
Oh yes, yep, that one. Is this the cringe page?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that looks like John. Go scroll down. That looks like John Brzezinski if he was fat, the world's greatest arm wrestler. That's crazy.
You want to watch this one?
Yeah, sure.
What is this?
Any way to catch a fly.
Oh my!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Holy fuck!
Yeah, that's the feed.
That's a human toad.
Yep,
dude, that's crazy.
That's how you catch a fly.
Catch a fly. Ribbit.
Okay, let me get us back on track here.
Sorry.
Taylor Self is the man. I love Sentinel training and how helpful he is with any questions I have. I'd recommend it to anyone. Taylor versus the World was the best. Thanks to both of you for everything y'all do. Taylor, do you remember how Taylor versus the World
Started?
like what the origins of it are?
What was
Do you
it?
remember,
Oh,
Caleb?
the Wadapalooza workout.
What happened?
Wasn't that it?
So that was like you and Bryson did it together? Is that what we did?
Oh, the Wadapalooza workouts came out, and 2 of them were really wheelhouse for me. So I was like, oh, I'll do those live because it'll make me look good.
Did we do them on this channel or did you do them on your YouTube?
We did them on this channel.
And Bryson didn't do them?
No, he helped film.
And then what? And then we were just like, hey,
We should do this for the Open.
Will got the camera. I think really all we liked was the fact that Will didn't got a good feed.
What was crazy? Yeah. What we liked was that the Wi-Fi or just the stream was immaculate.
Yeah.
And we were like, holy shit, we could do this for the Open.
Wow.
Look at Will.
Oh
there.
yeah,
Look
and you
at
did them
little
like
young-
back to back, didn't you?
Yeah,
you
I
did
did
them all on the
back,
same stream.
did them back to back. Yeah.
Oh, so you did the workout, then you rested, and then you did it again?
Yeah, I didn't even rest. You guys talked to me, and I had 4 dates, and then I did the next one, and then everyone at What Up was like, "Dude, your second workout score sucked, pussy."
Damn.
I wonder why.
Damn.
Yeah, we were like, "Are you ready?" And you're like, I guess." And then you just went.
Holy fug, Sevan. Jesus, Sevan. It wasn't that long ago. Your memory is going, dude. I've never had a. What do you mean going? I've been like this since I've been 3.
Yeah, and then Wadapalooza did completely change them, except for the first one I did. They didn't change.
So I remember just the stream being crazy clean, and then I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to use the word remember. The stream being clean, and then it just moved so fast. It was like, hey, we should do Taylor Self versus the World, and then I think rumors started just not rumors. It got out. I think and then Jason and Colten and Dallin were just down.
I hate shit like this. This is why I fucking hate the Open.
Why?
Because
you don't want to be in 27th.
Fuck no.
27th out of 200,000 people, and I'm pissed.
Which is so dumb because I have no plans to compete this year, and I will continue to say that because I don't. But I don't.
After the Open on whatever the last show we did was on Friday, we got off the air when you and Colten did it, and me and Will were hanging out, and Caleb were hanging out, and Will's putting all the cords away and shit, and he sits down in the chair, and his shoulders are kind of fucked up like this, and he's like, dude, I fucked my back up just taping some wire down. And I was like, oh, fuck, you really are my son. Like, you even got the bad back. Poor kid.
That sucked. Like 2 years ago, I was setting up for a competition. I picked a wall ball up and my fucking whole back locked up. A 20-pound medicine ball. I just like twisted the wrong way and it just went.
Did it hurt or just lock up?
I mean, it hurt. Like I had a massive muscle spasm. So I'm sure that's what happened with Will, or maybe is what happened with Will. Because he wasn't doing.
But he was crooked.
Yeah, dude, it looked like I had scoliosis. I had my shirt off because I was getting dry needles, and my whole torso was like, just because one side was all wrenched up.
Yeah, when I hurt my back, my torso is no longer sitting over my hips when I look in the mirror.
Yeah, it looks like you have scoliosis.
Or like someone put the Lego man together wrong. Like and there's one leg like hanging out. Damn. Okay, so then it comes up, and do you think it's a good idea right away? Are you excited about it right away? Taylor Self versus the World, or
the Open? I was.
You faked it pretty good. I mean, you just rolled with it. Like, when did it set in that you're like, oh fuck, Dallin's coming?
Well, I kept telling you and JR that there could be a workout that would come out that I might not be able to do, or that would
I blocked that out.
I know you blocked that out, but I fucking didn't, dude. You're like, that's not gonna happen. And the whole time I was pretty much certain it was gonna happen, or at least thinking it was. And then week 3 it happened. That to me, that was like worst case scenario. And JR the whole time was like, no, it's not gonna. It's the Open, dude. It's not gonna happen. So that was my big fear. Because in a lot of ways, I'm not ready to compete. In a lot of ways, and I'm not just bullshitting either.
Like physically or mentally?
Mentally. No, sorry, physically, not mentally. Mentally, I'm sharp.
Like, so you do week 1 and you must be pretty confident. Like you must be pretty like, oh shit, okay, I did it.
That it helped a little knowing I haven't put myself out there in 2 years, so it helped a little knowing I'm pretty in ways that I should be fit. But I also know that there are some big holes that I'm just not prepared to test. That thruster workout on Friday, I probably wasn't prepared to race someone really, really good at that workout. I clearly I was healthy enough to get through it and do well, and I'm really happy with that. Like it was a big mental hurdle for me, a big physical hurdle as well. But if you're not doing stuff like that consistently, you're not going to be ready to go against Colten. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna like this comment.
What?
You ready? Trigger warning. Time for Taylor to do High Rocks event.
Fuck you, bro. High Rocks is for bitches. Sorry, Hunter. That's where everybody who's washed up goes. I sent that in our text the other day. I'll say it out loud. I'll say it on the stream. High Rocks is where quitters go.
Taylor, if you do semis, I'll come to Knoxville and give you a standee.
How big are your hands? They're gonna be big hands.
So it's interesting because you have someone. I'm trying to think who it is, but let's say in our group it's Bill Grunler, right? Former games athlete, and he talks and people listen, right? He brings a lot to it. He's competed at the highest level, and here you are, probably the most opinionated and vocal person. I'd put you even above John Young. Most
above John
yeah,
Young.
In terms of your vocalness and your passion and your certainty and what the words that you say. Yeah, you're pretty vocal, and then you had to put up with the world to judge you. You know what I mean? Like you did it the other way. It's pretty wild. It's pretty cool. I mean, and I know you can be like, no, fuck you. I've done the open before. People can go back and look. Yeah, but for 2 years you've been sitting down in a chair just talking shit.
Well, that's what everybody thinks, is that I've just been sitting down in a chair talking shit.
Right. Hey, what about having your girl judge?
That wasn't I know it make the optics of that seem like it's a big dick move, but it's really not.
But the optics clearly are.
Right. The optics look that way, but she's the most qualified person there outside of like Andy and maybe one other person. And Andy wants to hang out and drink a beer and watch. And it's worse if she judges me, I think. I don't want her to judge me because she'll, as much as she wants to say she won't let me get away with something, she will. And the last thing I ever want is to get away with anything.
Bro rep. Vag rep.
A vag rep. Yeah, dude. No vag reps.
Who did she judge?
She judged Dallin and Colten.
Did either of them protest?
No, she did. None of them got any. Oh, he might have. I don't know if Dallin got a no rep or not. One no rep. I don't know if he got a no rep.
You're like, hey, this is your judge. By the way, I was balls deep in her last night.
Oh my God.
Hey, Colten, I was eating this chick out last night. She said it was the best ever. She's your judge. There's nothing biased here.
Christ.
I mean, it's just the reality of it, dude.
It would have been way worse if I had Andy judge either of them, because he's the most hardcore motherfucker in there. He will make you start a workout over. That's how many no reps you'll get. And I've done that several times.
Hey, listen, I'm perfectly okay with it. I actually like it. I like having like that type of shit. Like, fuck you. We do what we want. Like you have a needle hanging out of your ass and your chick's judging someone else. And you know what I mean? And whatever. I like all the cheating. But imagine if that was at the games. Imagine you're at the games and your chick's judging you. I wonder if they'd allow that. Final event, Taylor Self and Roman, first and second place, and your judge is either judging you or Roman. Oh my God.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I wonder if they'd allow that.
No.
Hong Kong money, Misha. That looks like a Hong Kong dog. That's an Asian person's dog. Look at that.
What are those dogs called?
Ibu Shinu or something.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so stereotypical. I like it. Finally catching you guys live. Just want to say thanks for all the content this open. Truthfully, the most entertaining open in years because of it. Thank you. Weird fucking dogs.
Hey, hear my dogs. Fucking A. Hold on.
It's not even that loud. It's not even that loud. It's not even that loud, Taylor. It's not even a big deal.
Right.
And if you're gonna yell at your dogs, I would do it like so we can hear. So like we can hear how
I redneck yell at them.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up. That's how I yell at them.
Are you yelling at them or your wife?
No, she's not here.
Dogs.
And they don't listen either.
I'm on the dogs or your wife?
Both. Not that there's anything to listen to.
Ken Walters, I saw Thumb and John Young and Tyler Watkins and Jeremy World do a workout in the campground. By the way, Jeremy's fit as fuck. He finished that workout.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? In the campground in Madison last summer, dude's definitely not sitting around. Dude, Tyler Watkins is fit as fuck too. I didn't realize Tyler was so fit.
That workout was 100 clean and jerks. It was 25 at 95, 25 at 135, 25 at 185, 25 at 225. And John Young's like, oh, and I just fucking bent him over and buried it in him.
Like he thought he was gonna win.
Yeah. He's like, oh, barbell.
Oh, heavy barbell.
Hey, are you a football fan?
I used to watch college football religiously. I wouldn't do anything on Saturdays other than watch college football. I would train from 8 to 10, and then from 10 a.m. I would sit my fucking ass on the couch and watch college football. But I don't anymore.
How did Sevi do on 24.3? I still haven't even done it. Yesterday I went to a jiu-jitsu tournament and just stood there stressed out for fucking 7 hours. Just crazy stressed out.
That's kind of what a CrossFit competition is really like a wrestling meet. You're there all day. You do multiple like matches in a day. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
And my calves are sore because I'm on my tiptoes the whole time, like looking over people. Or that's a lie. I'm on my tiptoes all day trying to look over people. It's fucking horrible.
Why don't you just edge your way to the front?
I do that too. I do that too
all the time.
I do push my like when it is pretty cool because you can say, "Hey, my kid's up," but you can't even. Your kid's sitting down on the mats, and you can't really get close to him. And then all of a sudden, your kid goes, and then so it's like you're kind of like you have to be on your tiptoes to see where how close your kid's going. So I don't know if you saw, but Tyson's the quarterback who's like the number 1 quarterback on the Chicago Bears got traded away. Justin Fields.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that makes Tyson the number 1 quarterback, but it also gave the Chicago Bears the number 1 draft pick. And I'm from just a little bit that
it gave them the number 1 pick. I thought they traded for a 6th-round pick.
They did. They already had the number 1 pick.
Okay.
Oh, okay. My mistake. But either way, they're supposedly going to pick this guy who won the Heisman last year from University of Southern California.
They're going to pick him as their quarterback. They're fucking stop wasting picks on quarterbacks. They're retards. And that's what these shit teams kind of talk for 2 seconds.
Please.
It seems to me like these ass teams just pick a fucking hype man, essentially, like a quarterback who's got all this hype, all this talent, and they completely disregard the fucking track record in the NFL of guys who will outwork anyone and who don't have all that hype rising to the top and being by far the best quarterbacks. Without
what should they do? They should trade their pick and get like 5, because they can't protect their quarterback now. That's I don't know a lot about football, but Tyson did not have a lot of time in the pocket.
They need like 4 seasoned O-line vets that are fucking savages.
Okay, so I am seeing that right.
Yeah, you could for sure get them with a 1st-round pick trade. I don't know, dude. I feel like you could get a lot with the 1st-round pick trading, but I don't know much about the NFL.
Okay, so all right.
But they pick these pussy boy quarterbacks who just fucking they're pussies.
No business being in the NFL.
So what happens then? What do you think happens then? Tyson still stays number 2, which is good for him, right? I mean, that's great for him.
The backup QB job in the NFL is probably one of the best jobs you have on the planet.
So then that dude, Caleb Williams, will be the quarterback. And then if he shits the bed, then Tyson's matured another year and then gets to go in. I mean, is that what we're looking at?
Ken Walters is saying Caleb Williams' dad said he wouldn't go to Chicago if he was drafted and he would go back to school.
Oh my God. Is that true?
Wow. See, that's a bitch move. If that's what that kid actually just that response. Oh, you're going to turn down an opportunity in the NFL to turn a team around because you're that much of a little bitch. That's what I'm saying. You don't want that guy anyways. You want the guy who comes in saying, I'm going to turn this fucking team around. I'll do whatever it takes.
I think Chicago might have the largest media market in the United States too. And they only have 1 NFL team. So okay, sorry. Here.
This is what his
dad
it's
Carl Williams. I thought it was Caleb. Sorry.
No, it is.
Father.
This is Caleb's dad. Yeah.
Okay. The truth is he can come back to school. The funky thing about the NFL draft process is he'd almost be better off not being drafted than being drafted first. The system is completely backwards. The way the system is constructed, you go to the worst possible situation, the worst possible team, the worst organization in the league because of their desire for parity gets the first pick. So it is the gift and the curse.
Is USC in LA?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
That's what's fucking wrong with
It's in
this.
the ghetto too. It's weird. It's like one of the
You
richest
shouldn't draft
schools
a
in the
single
country.
fucking player from that school because they're woke as fuck and every bit of their ideology is going to be fucking. Sorry, this isn't supposed to get political, is it?
No, it always is. It should.
We're not a political show.
It's not that it's. Yeah, I don't even know if calling someone woke is political. I don't think people really know. Like, there's two words for the words politics. Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't know. If they're woke, they're woke. That makes it a philosophy show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! That guy made it. That guy made $1 million last year, playing in college. I didn't even know you could do that.
Are crazy.
Victor Rodriguez, John Elway threatened the same back in the day. He was drafted by the Yankees, and he only played his rookie year once he was traded. Wait, John Elway was drafted into baseball too?
So was Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Well, what team was it? The Brewers for maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember.
That's crazy. Hey, so the shows, the Taylor Stuff versus the World was over. Would you consider it a success?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I think the coolest part was giving, for what I feel like, giving people like content that was just so raw and exciting and like built up and tension around it. And yeah, I mean, for people willing to put their butt on the line. And maybe I don't think we baited Colten or Jason into anything because I think both of them are pretty familiar with what I'm capable of in a lot of ways, but maybe Dallin wasn't quite sure. I do think that going back and watching the other content around the Open, whether that's the official announcement live streams or these Friday Night Lights post-produced shows that some of the camps have put out, I think we just fucking destroyed them. And that's like, I just want to give people something that they can have fun watching. Like I really got obsessed with CrossFit watching like videos of Rich and Hobart in his barn doing workouts with like the rep counter. And it's like fucking 5 rounds, 10 deadlifts, 20 wall balls. Like there's nothing special about that workout, but it's just so cool watching him do that in that environment. All that stuff. So giving people something they could enjoy and get excited about.
Let me pose this to you. This is a thought I had the other day. So there's all these people that keep saying that it was the best Open announcement there is. It was better than what the games put on. But hold that thought for a second. If we did our show on the CrossFit Open, if we did our show on the CrossFit Games channel, let's say they said, hey, we're not going to do the Open anymore. You guys do it. Our show is not nearly as good as theirs. Here, the expectations for our show is so low.
Right.
The expectation for our show is a 0. So when we get a 50, they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
The expectations for the CrossFit show is 100. So when they get a 50, everyone's like, fuck, you guys shit the bed. I mean, you know what I mean? Like our timer's crooked. It's bouncing on and off. It doesn't match the insides. People getting off the equipment early.
Here's the thing. No one
dark in the corners. The audio's all fucked up. I mean,
off the equipment early. Here's the thing, dude. Yeah, that fucking motherfucker. That's not.
But everyone's like, you guys did fucking great. And I'm just like, but
for a trailer park.
Yeah, exactly.
But
We're cussing. People are getting anal raped on the show. I mean, it's just fucking. It's kind of crazy to compare. What you like about us is the fact that we are a shit show, but with like some hardcore. I mean, you and Colten and Jason did what you had to do, but the rest of us are just scrambling.
I mean, I think first off, the interviews afterward and the commentary during the workout, there's not, outside of Chase, Bill, some of those guys, there's no one. Maybe if you cut the reins off of Adrian Conway, like you just take his fucking leash off that they put on him, I think like, oh, you put these constraints on these announcers. No one commentated as good as JR or would have. He
Right.
fucking annihilated it. And
Annihilated.
also
I agree.
our post-event interviews were like, you're not going to get anything like that from CrossFit, which is stupid. You should want that. You should want them out there just saying shit.
They would get a lot of negative feedback, dude, if you're like,
but it's all good. We get I don't care about the
you're
negative
barfing on the screen.
Dude,
fucking
that's what
cords being seen everywhere. They would get slammed if they did that.
But here's the thing, in their attempt to be perfect and to get everyone to like them, I don't know, it is just my opinion that it's doo-doo. It's straight doo-doo. What you get from that.
I agree with you, but they would get slammed if they did what they did. Like, people are saying, "Hey, will you come?" People are let's say people are like, "Hey, you should come do." Let's say someone said, "Hey, have you thought about like putting in a budget proposal for Wadapalooza?" We can't do Wadapalooza because we can't have people barfing and cords around and people talking about I've butt fucked you, and like, our show is our show because it's our show. Like, it can't be moved or switched to something else, I guess is what I'm saying.
No, I just think
we can't do their show and they can't do our show. It's a two-way street. They can't do this.
I agree.
They can't stand the smoke. The heat would be too much.
But I think that's a bit of a switch and not a dial. Like, they could, meaning that you're seeing it as in black and white, and there's a little more gray area. There's area for them to do things a little differently so that they're not so cookie fucking cutter.
Okay, so
like,
meet
dude,
maybe halfway somewhere.
What's your recovery like before this event? What's your diet like before this? Ask a different fucking question. Holy shit.
Right.
Stuff like that. Or pick people, like hype up the fact that Colten and Justin don't like each other. Talk about Justin's fucking camp taking the only block of chalk out of Colten's bucket before the fucking workout. That's a dickhead move.
Yeah, that's got to be talked about. I agree.
What the fuck, dude? Like, shit, like, talk about it. Hype it up. I don't fucking know. Like, they shouldn't have tried to sweep under the rug the fact that they let a dog in and it ruined Seth Rollins' workout. They should have had Dave be like, "Suck it up, pussy. You want to do it again?" I don't know. Like,
yeah, or Dave pull out a fucking 12 gauge and put the dog down.
No, dude, I'm not advocating for that.
I know, me neither. Of course not. Of course not. How about a Taylor versus the World nutball?
Oh, wow. I used to play nutball. Do you know what that is?
No.
You sit around in a circle, like with some dudes, some buddies. Everybody in the circle has to have nuts. So maybe not just dudes, but you got to have balls. And you sit around and you have your legs splayed out wide and you have like a baseball or a lacrosse ball and you just roll it like that Hungry Hippos game.
Oh, shit.
And you try to roll it and hit your buddy's balls. But there's a agreed upon thing that, like, if you start rolling it really fucking hard, that guy might roll it really hard back at you.
Right.
So
you have to appreciate the fact that even the simplest touch on the nuts. Oh, yeah, let me see a little nut ball. Oh, it's a jackass game.
Yeah, dude, fucking legendary game. But I didn't play it in underwear. That looks like something Jason would do.
A Jason Hopper?
Yeah, he would play it in underwear.
What's up, Colten?
Not much. How's it going, guys?
Thanks for bringing the hum to the show. That's great. Our audio is perfect.
I just turned the furnace off. It should quit here in a couple of seconds.
Oh, that's the furnace. What do you mean? What's a furnace? You mean a heater?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I know you don't have a lot of those out there in California.
That's crazy. I thought it was a hum from your mic. What is that? How does that work? What's it burning? It's burning wood?
It's burning LP propane. It's that thing way up there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That heats the gym. I just turned it off, but it's got a delay. So it should shut off here.
Nice shot of your titties. Hey, aren't you afraid that thing's gonna like off gas or something into your space?
No, but I'm a little bit worried about my stove because I installed my stove and I don't know what I'm doing. But professionals installed that one. I'm not worried about that one.
So what would be the plan for the stove? Do you have a do you have to get like some sort of monitor, like carbon monoxide monitor or something in your kitchen, plug it in next to it?
Might be a good idea, but you just have to, I guess, like, you know what the gas smells like? So if you smell the gas, you know you have a problem.
Yeah.
And also if you know so like the first time I connected it, I got the wrong adapters and it started a fire behind the stove.
Oh shit.
Actually at like 2 a.m, but I happened to wake up to go pee and I saw a glow come from behind the stove. So I went and turned the gas off and I fixed it the next day.
Holy shit.
That's fucking crazy.
How much damage did the fire do?
None. It was a small fire.
Just a little candlelight.
Hey,
Yeah.
could that have burned your whole house down if you wouldn't have gotten up to take a piss?
Eventually, maybe. It depends. Drywall won't catch on fire too quickly, especially painted.
Shit. Oh shit. I do not like that logic. Hey Taylor, I was gonna kick you off when Colton's on, but do you care do you mind staying?
No, dude, I'd love to.
Hey Colton, when did you first hear about Taylor Self versus the World? I can't remember. It all just kind of came together so weird. I was trying to remember how it came together. How did that happen? Did you hear about it online or did I text you?
So I can't remember. I think you guys might have talked about it on the podcast before you reached out to me about it. But yeah, you and Souza, I think, texted me and asked me if I would be interested. And yeah, I was excited because I always get to like where I'm doing things like that. Like when I'm in North Carolina and Charlotte, I'm kind of like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So you start to get like nervous. You kind of just want to go back home and do it in the comfort of your home gym or whatever. But then I also have to remind myself, like, if I was watching this and Spray was here getting beat up by Taylor, I'd be like, fuck, I wish I was there.
Oh yeah, okay. So you are a homebody. You did not want, but as I recall, you were right away in. Like you didn't miss a second. Like so you didn't let that thought fester. It was like I think I text you, and then like fucking a few minutes later, you're like, yes.
Yeah, because I know for opportunities like this, I'm always gonna say yes if I can make it happen. So it's not really something that I have to think about kind of in the moment because I've already decided. Like when there's opportunities like this, because I get benefits me and then I get a lot of exposure. It's something I like to do for people watching because I love content like this. So if I can put out things like that for other people, that's something that makes me feel good too. So anytime I get an opportunity to do things like that, I always say yes.
So it's a mix. You're like, okay, I got to do this. I'll pick up 7 followers on Instagram, and I know the people will like it. So fucking might as well do it. Hey, what about though the fact that you were invited? So when we started talking to you about this, did you already know you were doing week two in where Idaho?
Yeah, I think I knew. So they reached out and told me or asked me if I would like to do an announcement. I said yes, and at that time I didn't know where it was going to be at, which week it was going to be, or who it was going to be against. So I committed to that. But yeah, so I said yes. I think I told you yes, but for one of the weeks I'll be unavailable.
Oh, that's right.
Announcement.
You did say that. You said, "Hey, I don't know which week I can do because I'm going to be doing an open announcement, but I don't know when." And then I think I said, "Okay, we'll work with whatever." Did anyone in your camp, any of your advisors, be like, "Hey, dude, that's too much, dude. Like it's 3 weeks. You're going to travel away from home 2 weeks in a row. Don't do it."
No, I don't. I didn't really tell anybody except for Allie probably at the time that I was doing it, and then BIRTHFIT. Troy Peterson reached out to me and we've been hanging out for a little bit. And he wanted to get me down to Proven to do the first workout. And so they flew me down, got me a hotel to do that as well.
Oh, shit.
So
you did all 3 of them on the road?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it was
Taylor, what do you think of that? 3.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do we know anyone else who did that? Went to 3 different locations for the Open?
I'm sure there's somebody out there, but I fucking hate travel.
Yeah, I hate traveling, especially for CrossFit competitions. That's part of the reason why I did it, because I want to get more experience for traveling at comps and just kind of fine-tuning things around my nutrition on the road, my recovery and sleep, and kind of what travel practices work best for me. And just so I'm more prepared when I have to travel out to Carson for semifinals and to Texas for the games.
Who got you? Which experience of travel was the best? Like, which of those 3? Going to Nashville, going to Idaho, or going where are you? North Carolina, Taylor?
Yep, Charlotte,
North Carolina. Which one was the best?
The easiest was definitely week 3.
Yeah.
So I asked for early flights. I don't know why, because I live a long ways from the airport. So the first 2 weeks I had to get up at like 3 to go to the airport. And they each had connecting flights. So then it just kind of like takes up the whole day and you're traveling a lot and you're up early and not getting good sleep. But then week 3, we had like a midday flight and it was direct to Charlotte, and that was super easy.
Did all 3 of the events make the flights and hotel reservations for you? So all you have to do is just go there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. And then you didn't ask for you didn't even ask like, hey, do I get paid or anything? You're just like, yeah, I'm coming. Do the other events pay you? Do they tell you?
CrossFit paid me, and they told me they were going to pay me before I went out there. Actually, I don't know if I'm even supposed to say that, but yeah, I just did. So
I think it's fine.
A little bit to go out.
Yeah,
I got fucking paid to get hurt at the ranch when I was out there.
You did get paid for that?
Yeah, dude, I made a fuck ton of money.
Oh, that's awesome.
From what I was used to.
Okay, so and then do you get paid to go to Proven?
No, just all my expenses were covered.
Gotcha. All right. And then why didn't you ask for why didn't you, when we told you we were doing Taylor Self versus the World, why didn't you say, hey, do I get paid? Why didn't you ask that? It seems like a fair question.
My butthole was his payment.
He wasn't supposed to say that.
This is also valuable for me, even if I'm not getting compensated monetarily. The exposure is definitely beneficial, and just having the opportunity to get in front of the camera, in front of an audience, and behind a microphone. If you see it as an opportunity and say, hey, I need to do something, worth watching and say some things worth listening to, then it can be valuable and it can help grow your audience, and you can get fans who then go and buy, like my shirts from Vindicate, or buy my blend of coffee from Paper Street and things like that.
This is a fucking fucked comment. Listen to this. Look at this. Sevan, I'm so sorry, Caleb. I feel like I did this to you. I'm so sorry. No one would ever think you were Turkish if you weren't sitting next to me, dude. It's fucked up, dude. Jake Chapman, CrossFit, Sevan and Beaver look like Turkish version of Colten and Taylor. That stings.
Caleb does kind of look like Chechnyan, like that kind of that light skin.
Caleb.
God, Caleb, I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Is that fucked up?
When I was in college, I worked at the dining center at the university, and
Sodexo?
What
was it? Sodexo?
No, it was my station was called Sparks Grill, so I made pancakes and eggs at breakfast, and I made sandwiches and stuff during the day. And
did you stand on a stool? Did you stand on a stool? Be honest.
No.
Did you? Be honest. All right. You didn't stack like 2 of those mats on top of each other, give you an extra inch or 2 over the grill?
No. All right. My supervisor's name was Alex, and he was from Turkey, and he kind of looked like you.
Oh, actually. Wow.
Cool. Colten, you need to get a DNA test done.
Colten, when you're walking through the airport and you're looking, because I know you live out in just bumfuck nowhere. When you look at the rest of humanity, do you trip? Like because I know you just see you and Allie. Like that's all you see. You see you and Allie, and then you see you and Allie naked in the mirror, and then you see you and Allie naked in the shower, and that's all you see is just you and her. When you go out there and you're in the airport, are you like, what the fuck is going on here? Do you trip?
I more get annoyed because I'll sit down to wait for my flight, then a family of fucking just gross ass motherfuckers will come sit down next to me with their 4 snotty screaming kids. And I'm like, you guys cover up your cough and your sneezes and shit like that and stuff like that. But
you're like, mask up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So you don't trip at all because when I go on airplanes now, or when I go out, because I kind of stay in my bubble too. When I go out and look at the sea of humanity, I'm like, wow, what a train wreck.
Yeah, I definitely think, there's a lot of train wrecks. I just I put my headphones in and kind of stay to myself for the most part. I don't make many friends.
How about when you see people shorter than you? Like if you're talking, like you see a dude walk by who's shorter than you, do you trip on that? I always trip on that. I'm like, what the fuck? You're fucked.
I'll let you know when it happens.
Dude, stop. The guy who was in second place after week 2 is 4 inches shorter than you.
Yeah, pull that guy up. Have you seen this guy?
I saw it on you guys were talking about it, I think, before I flew out.
Yeah, crazy.
It is, and he doesn't it's weird.
No, he does not look short at all. He looks normal as shit.
Mm-hmm.
This dude.
But when you put him on the runner, you can tell when he's on the runner.
Why? Just because he can't see the top? That's how it is for me too. I can't see. Which runner do you use, Colten?
I have an Assault Air Runner.
Yeah, that's what I have too. And if you,
Mhm.
for me, if I want to look at the monitor, I got to like run extra fast to like take a peek at it. Take a peek over the top.
Yeah, see, I could feel them when they're on those GHDs. I don't know if people realize being shorter, you have to really extend
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get
he's
and
almost
open
like
up your
perpendicular.
waist. Yeah.
There's not a way to adjust the GHD for that.
No. Fuck no.
No, it's just the torso and arms being shorter and having to bend more to reach the ground.
Oh, so and this dude's kind of cycle rate's kind of slow for being a shorty, right? Like on his muscle ups and shit right there.
His muscle
Yeah.
ups looked not great. Kale, if you need some help,
He looked
just
like
shoot me a
if
message.
Bukowski was short, he was doing muscle ups. This is what it looked like.
Slow.
Yeah. It's not like they're not good. They're just slow, right? Maybe he was a
Mhm.
gymnast, dude. Gymnasts do all their shit slow.
Mhm.
Anthony TPA, will the Iron Hog continue to increase content with talking trash to other athletes about his dominance and workouts as the season goes on?
I'm just getting started.
Oh, there you go. So week one, I didn't know you went to Proven, and so how was week one there? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good getting to go to Proven and see their facility. It's pretty nice. It's clean. They're still doing some finishing touches while I was there. So yeah, it was a couple weeks before their like official opening, but it was nice to get to see like Nick and Taylor. I knew them from when they used to live back in Iowa, and it was pretty cool getting to see like some other of the Proven athletes like Luis, RJ, both the Sydneys and Riley.
Oh yeah, what's
Yeah.
Luis Oscar like? Does he speak English? Is he cool?
So I hear his English has gotten a lot better because like he speaks English fine now. So they said it's gotten a lot better, and yeah, he speaks it fine. He he went so hard on that first workout. So us three guys went first, and then the two Sydneys and Riley went next. And while they were starting, Luis was like in the corner of the gym pouring bottles of water on his head with his feet like kicked back on a box, and then just dry heaving for like 20 minutes.
Hey, Caleb, go to that video and go to like where the clock is at like 4:30 and see if you can play it through if we won't get dinged. Because I watched Hey, did you do the workout before we did it, Colton?
Yeah, we did it at like 10:30 in the morning Friday.
Fucker. Damn, dude, I have no excuse. All right. This is how you know how hard he was going. This is his last set of 9 snatches, but then watch on his last set of 9 burpees is really what we're looking for.
His body's crazy. I cannot believe that's a
He
real
does have
human.
a crazy body. Okay,
He reminds me of Chandler Smith.
No, you skipped ahead. Go back. Go back. There. Just stay here.
What's he wearing? What shoes are those?
Oh, wait.
Those are like running shoes.
Sorry, I'm at the wrong time. You're right. It's at 5:40, 5:30 we want to be at. Sorry, I was thinking the workout was a fucking 4-minute workout. I'm an idiot. This is
It
good.
happens.
Right here. This is crazy. Look, he on his burpees, on his last, this might be his last 9. Yeah, this has got to be his last 9. He completely stops. Just watch. This is how fucked up he is. If
Is
you're
the
on your
workout
last
over
9,
right
look,
here?
look, he just stops.
Oh shit.
Dude, that's his last 9. So I'm watching this video and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Stopping on his burpees. So his body was shutting down.
Let's watch
for
that
sure.
one more time.
Yeah.
Caleb, where he stops. Yeah, that's crazy. So what's happening there? He just feels like he's gonna throw up. His body's he just wants to vomit already.
I think I don't know that the nausea hit him at that point, but he's just shutting down. Like everything in your body's like turning off.
Yeah, and you have to give him credit. I mean, most people will never experience that level of intensity they hit on that workout.
Yeah, no.
And so where did he go after that? Let's see if we can see him wander off. Where does he go? Does he stay in the shot? God, I hope he stays in the shot.
I think he comes to the camera and says something.
I don't speak Spanish. So I don't know what he's
That's
saying.
not Spanish. That's grunting. Oh, and look at he was like KO'd from one of those old video games in the day. Mike Tyson knockout. Did you see him? He just went down.
Dude.
His eyes were bloodshot for the rest of the day. It was wild.
That's hilarious.
Hey, that's I don't remember what workout it was, but one of the workouts, it was the one against Dallin. Dallin came to the camera looking absolutely fine, and then like 6 minutes into the interview, he was bright red. It was like it just caught him it snuck up from behind or something. He looked wrecked after.
Dallin looked like his world was shook after he went against Taylor. He was like the look on his face was just like, I can't believe Taylor just did that to me.
The B team beat me.
D team, dude.
The celebrity workout guy. Yeah, the celebrity workout guy. Fucking he got beat by what's her name? Something Summers. Jamie Summers. No, not Jamie Summers. Who's the chick who does the Thigh Master?
Thigh Master? What is that?
Oh, Taylor. You know what the Thigh Master is, Colton?
No.
Suzanne Summers.
Oh, Suzanne Summers. You don't know what the Thigh Master is? God, you're young.
Dude, I got to pee real quick. Well, is that okay?
Yeah, please. Hey, Colton. So when you were when did you get the news that your mom passed? Where were you?
It was Saturday morning at like 8 or 9. And the police station called me. I was on the couch eating breakfast with Allie.
And you'd already come back home from Proven?
No, that was before I left for Proven. I left on
That was the week before.
Tuesday, I think. Yeah, a few days before.
And it was just completely unexpected?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she wasn't like, she had some health issues, but nothing where like, oh, she might, like, this might be the end anytime soon. She was 56, and yeah, it was unexpected.
And how do you keep your shit together for the next 3 weeks?
I do a lot of reading, and just like reading like Stoic philosophy, and it talks a lot in that about like just kind of death in general, and like the lifespan, and how like dying is kind of a part of life. And it was really weird. Like the couple of weeks leading up to that, I just had like a lot of conversations with myself in my head, and sort of thoughts about like just weird stuff, like I don't really know like how to plan a funeral. I thought like
You were thinking about that weeks ahead of time before she passed?
Just kind of like, I don't know why, but just had like those kind of thoughts in my head. I remember even like a few nights before, like I was laying in bed, going to sleep, and just thinking about kind of stuff like that. It's kind of weird, but I mean, like as time goes on, it's like difficult, and there's definitely more difficult moments, but it just feels more and more like a kind of sense of peace, I guess, and just more like the feeling like it's kind of like God's plan and God's timing, and different things kind of just like happening, or thoughts that you have that kind of line up, and it definitely gets easier over time. And it's weird. Like I was talking to my brother, like you just want to call her and be like what happened, so.
Yeah, so I heard two things there. One of them was like it kind of, it's setting in as time goes on, meaning, and I interpret that as getting harder, but then you also said it's getting easier. I guess that's the moments that it's weird, right? Like you go to call her, like you're like, oh, I wonder what mom's doing, or hey, I'm gonna invite her over for dinner, or hey, I'm gonna go, but that's just not a reality anymore. It's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's weird because like you'll have times where like you're really at peace with it, and then there's like other times where it's really hard. So, but I mean, it's kind of like a roller coaster, but it starts to even out or level out more as time goes on, and you kind of process it and think through things. So yeah, it's kind of like it's never gonna be like gone in terms of like the feeling of missing her, but I think just as time goes on, you get more peace about it.
When you hear that, so did you have you done all that? Did you go to a funeral before week 1?
No, so my sister lives in Washington, and she's about to have a baby, so traveling, it'd be hard for them to get out here. So we're probably gonna do it. Probably gonna have the funeral in the summer. I think it'll probably be shortly before the games, I think, is what it looks like.
You have a sister and a brother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And where did your mom live, Colton?
She grew up in Anaheim, California, and when she moved to Iowa, I think like in her 20s or maybe earlier. But yeah, it was weird. Like she never, I think my mom's life was kind of like crazy at times. I think they were coming out to Iowa to visit, and then they just didn't leave. Like they were visiting a family, and then just like ended up, renting a house and buying a house, and just staying here, and then met my dad and having kids.
That's how you get stuck in the Midwest. You visit for a little bit, and then you're just fuck it.
Mm.
Was any part of you did any part of it change your plans? Like for in the small picture with the Open and the big picture with your life?
No, I'd because I've already made those decisions prior to like anybody this close to me passing away, that like I'm not going to miss training. I'm not going to, take time off. I'm not going to quit from competition and things like that. So when the time came, it was like I didn't have to make those decisions while I was in a emotional or stressed state. I decided I had to have the discipline to execute on the decisions I already made. And like it was difficult. I talked about before, like halfway through the first workout, I wanted to quit, and I wanted to just like let the dumbbell fall out of my hands and walk out of the gym. And I was having thoughts of just wanting to be done, like with the Open, the season, and everything. But it makes it easier when you've already decided beforehand, like these are the things I'm going to do when something like this happens in my life. And then, it's easier to just win those mental battles when you're not thinking clearly and you're kind of in like an emotional state. Because you have to remind yourself when like things happen. When things happen and you're stressed or emotional, your mind is not thinking clearly at all, and you're not going to make the best decisions in those times. This might be a weird analogy, but it's kind of like investing. I read a lot of books about investing and investing philosophy, and where a lot of people lose money is like they won't go into the plan. Like, what happens if my stocks drop 10%? Like generally the best thing to do is just wait. Don't do anything, because if they're good stocks, most of them will come back up and they'll be back positive. But most people make an emotional decision at that point and they sell, and the stocks start going back up. So they buy, then they go down again, they sell. So they're in a constant cycle of buying high and selling low. So I kind of took that kind of like methodology of like, I'm going to make a plan. So when I'm in an emotional state, I don't have to make a decision. I just have to have the discipline to execute on the decisions I already made.
Is your wife Jewish? Is Allie Jewish?
No,
Oh.
She hasn't told me she is.
Oh.
No.
Jewish women are often attracted to men like yourself. That's why I said that. You have high earning potential. I can hear it in your voice. Very high earning. They find that very sexy. Hey, so you become very obviously very emotional when that happens, right? You know what's crazy too is like it's gonna happen to all of us. Like you're lucky if you get to see your parents die, like as opposed to you die and your parents see you die, right? That's really fucked. That's why I find it so. Neither of my parents are dead, but when I heard your mom died, like everyone who has a mom is like, oh shit, that's gonna happen to me too, right?
Yeah, there's almost a sense of relief a little bit, because it's like there's a lot of bad things that can happen to you in your life and like the hard things you're gonna go through. But for a lot of people who are close with their parents, probably like one of their biggest fears is like they're gonna have to see their parents die someday. So when it happened to my mom, there's a little bit of me that was like, okay, well, like what's gonna happen now? Like
your dad's gonna die. Our dad's died next.
Yeah. It's like one of the worst things that could happen has already happened to me. So it's like you kind of deal with that, and you're like, there's not going to be a lot more worse things in my life that happen than this.
Was she in the area?
Yeah, she lived about half an hour from me.
Okay, so you had a relationship with her.
Yeah, we were talking like hours before she died, texting.
Oh no shit. And was she proud of you, Colten? Did she know what you were doing?
Yeah, she's proud of me. She about a month before she passed, she went and watched me compete at the CrossFit Circus in Des Moines, one of the local comps. Yeah, she's proud.
She watched you compete there. Yeah, that's cool. So you have all this like basically emotion, and it comes up, and now you have to compete. It's interesting. Did you see the relationship between emotion in these 3 weeks and performance? Like, did you get any insights into it about how yeah, I guess just the relationship and how emotion can be harnessed.
Yeah, it was definitely like a big energy drain a lot of the time. So just having to manage that and like having the discipline to do the little things, like making sure I stayed on track of my nutrition and wasn't just like up all night dwelling on things, make sure I still get to bed on time and doing things like that. But I also had thoughts like in the future, when I'm looking back on this time, I don't want to be thinking like shit, like I wasn't strong enough mentally to still perform well. Like I let this stuff kind of overcome me. So that was a big motivator for me, just personally, wanting to be able to like have the opportunity to overcome that and to do it. Because as you know, bad as it is and like bad timing, it's also an opportunity. Like for me to do well in this open, it was probably harder for me than a lot of other people this year in the open. And for me, I look at that as like an opportunity. Like not a lot of other people are going to get a chance to overcome an adversity like this.
Dude, what a fucking great, what a smart thing to think. But it's interesting that you're not having the funeral till summer. So this is gonna be around for a while. And like you said, it's like now you live with that, right? You're the dude who's you live with that.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
26.
26. All right. So you've done all these things, and your mom's passed away, and you'll process that. You know, obviously we'll take that till we process that, I guess, till we die. I want to switch to something way more superficial. We were talking with Taylor and you and some of the guys about doing something for the quarterfinals. And there was this talk that in the quarterfinals, people don't want their scores to be known. Can you explain that to me and to the people who are listening? Like what that means if you were to do the quarterfinal workouts live 6 days in a row so the whole world could see them?
Yeah. So when we're doing I guess you call it like a blind workout in terms of you don't get to see your other competitors on the floor. You don't get to see time, spacing strategies, things like that.
Like, for example, like when people were backing, they said you had to have your back to the barbell, and all of a sudden we see videos and people are backing up over it as opposed to losing a second to turn around. So if you came up with that strategy and someone saw it, now everyone's stealing it, right?
Yeah, that and just like in the open, we're all kind of trying to figure out like what's the best way to pace this, what kind of workout is this, where is it going to hurt, and things like that. So it's a level playing field. But then when you have people like you can gain so much insight from watching the announcements and watching people like Noah Olson, who posts his videos right away, and just kind of see like what time domain is possible, how do I need to pace this, where are the sticking points. And if you get somebody who, if they're your rabbit, if you're like, okay, I'm trying to beat this person and they post a score that's like 30 seconds faster than what you thought, all of a sudden in your mind you're like, oh, so that's just a new pace. 30 seconds faster is a new pace. And then that's knowing that it's possible.
Oh, there was a guy looking in your window on a motorcycle. Did you see that? Usually we make that shit up, but there was a guy actually looking in your window.
Yeah, it's probably my dad. Hopefully that was my dad, not the neighbors. Yeah, knowing someone else's score that you're trying to beat can elevate your performance pretty massively. And just knowing, it also happens like on the top end. Like think of like the first person that ran a 4-minute mile, and then everybody ran a 4-minute mile. Once people know that a certain pace is possible, and they start to believe in themselves, it can elevate their performance a lot. But
so it's real. It's real. Yeah. It's not people being pussies. It's not an excuse. This is a real phenomenon we're talking about.
Yeah. It definitely can make a difference. But all that to say, I think I'm just too fit and it's not going to matter.
So the quarterfinals go, and then how many people go to the semifinals?
This year, it is 40 people per semifinal everywhere.
Okay. So let's say there's 3,000. I don't know how many it is. I'm completely making it up. Let's say there's 5,000 guys competing who make it to the quarterfinals who are going to your Carson semifinal. Only 40 of those are going. So theoretically, every workout you do, those 5,000 guys can sit down and be like, this is what Colten did. And I know Colten's is probably going to the semifinals. so I have to beat his pace. So it really does put an enormous target on someone who does all their workouts live. Enormous.
Yeah.
You not even, you are the target. You become the target. That's it. It's just straight up. Is that, are we characterizing this right, Taylor?
I think so. And I think the other thing you need to, at least the other thing that I think about, Colton's got a great mental approach. I also think about, you know, first heat, last heat at a semifinal or at the games even, you're going to always benefit from being in the final heat. You know what the other guys' times are, you know what they did, how they fucked it up. Or again, just knowing what's possible. And then in some cases, getting pulled along by people that in a particular workout might be a little better than you. So again, maybe not a slip up in quarterfinals keeps you out of semifinals, but it might put you in that first heat, which I don't think, you know.
I understand. I understand here what Patrick Lang is saying. But I think what they're referencing, he says this is like saying that the person wouldn't be trying hard unless they saw someone do it first, question mark. Because there's nuances, right? Like what he's saying is true, like for the layman, like for me, but for you guys, there's nuances, right? Meaning, for you, transitions, pacing strategies. Like Colten, if you could watch yourself do that workout again with Justin, like if you got to see you and Justin go, do you know places you would have changed shit?
Yeah, for that workout, it's harder because it was kind of just like a pedal to the metal the entire time. But yeah, definitely some smaller things, like taking my time to set my rope up so I didn't get it tangled. But week three was
crazy.
Week 3 was a really good example of that. Just seeing how quickly people fell off in that workout who came out too fast, and then seeing Noah go and watching his paces and seeing that like he was behind Jay and Roman for the first 5 rounds, and then he beat them by a substantial margin at the end. So just getting that insight and then learning how to pace it for yourself, that can make a 45-second difference in your workout.
So you think if let's say we did do them live, do you think that some people would get better scores than what they wouldn't have gotten if they don't see you do it live?
Yeah, people are so fit. If we can, and we're so adaptable in this sport, if you give us a little bit of time to like analyze a workout, we can get a lot closer to our max potential.
Taylor, do you think it changes the game a lot if we show the workouts and let the whole world see them? Let's say we did get Dallin, you and Jason and Colten again. You think it changes stuff at least at the bottom 10, 30 through 40?
It's hard. It really is hard to say because in an in-person competition setting and in the open setting, like seeing someone do an open workout, the open doesn't matter that much. And it's one workout across a 4-day span. You can do it whenever the fuck you want. So you can say, oh, I'm going to watch Noah's video and then I'll go the next day. Or I'm going to let some people put some scores in Saturday. I'll do it. And then in an in-person competition, if you're in the final heat, you get to watch the first 3 heats or the first 2 heats or whatever. You may not get to watch, but you get to hear grumblings of, oh, he did this. He did it in this time. Quarterfinals, so the performance gain from having people do it before you and seeing what is possible or the mistakes they made or where you could do something different to maximize your performance, that is very real. And I think the risk also is with quarterfinals being expanded to 25%, you now have the potential for there to be some massive specialists in quarterfinals. So say something like a heavy workout comes out. You've got somebody who just is such an obscene specialist. They could throw a wrench in the leaderboard pretty easily. So I think it's going to be very
like Graciano. Graciano makes it to the quarterfinals.
For sure. There you go.
And he's just
now imagine 5% of the 25% are Gracianos, and they throw that wrench in the leaderboard. They have no business being there. So I think it's critical CrossFit approaches the programming correctly. But I think the other thing on the other side of that is quarterfinals logistically is very challenging. I don't know how many events. I guess we've heard Boss say it'll be the same amount of events, but say it's 6 workouts or 5 workouts across 5 or 6 days. I would imagine it would be really hard for a camp or an athlete to plan all of their events around watching us do them live. It might be worse for them to do that because now they're out of a routine. They're not going when it's most optimal for them to go. They're going close to the cut line. Maybe we decide to say, hey, we're going to do our workouts 4 hours before the cut line. So if people watch us, they're going to have to scramble and really be up against the deadline to get their workout in, filmed, uploaded, and submitted. I don't know. I think there's that thing to consider where if someone really is going through that much trouble to make a gain at our expense, well, suck my dick, 1, and 2, it's just going to be hard for them to do that.
Christine Young, Colton needs to do his quarterfinal workouts where he feels the most confident and matters at this stage.
Well, I think that the main advantage you get is honestly just having a target. Like even if you're like, all right, Taylor's really good at this workout, I'm not going to beat him, but I can get within 15 seconds of him. And if you have that target in your mind, it helps a lot. Just having that concrete goal and target of what you're trying to go for. And then the other thing, Taylor keep talking about like the heat advantage, what heat you're in. For a lot of the athletes who are not necessarily super worried about just qualifying through quarters, but like they know they're probably going to qualify, they're all trying to get top 10 so they can land in that final heat to start off semifinals as well.
I think it would probably work best though. I mean, I don't know. It's my idea, so of course I think it's best. But if it were 4 people, the 2 people who are the best at that particular workout go live. And then, so say again, like the example I used was like, it's a muscle up workout. Me and Colton are for sure going to be better than the other 2 people. Doesn't matter who they are. So we go first now and we do it live. Oh my.
Sounds like
You're
a horrible
fucking
idea.
retarded, dude. That's going to get pulled down.
I was close. Thank you so much for stop talking. I was this close. Fuck,
I'd rather watch that Asian dude fucking remove hair from
close.
his asshole with cream than that.
You're gonna start talking to me about. I thought for a second you're gonna start talking to me about formatting for the.
I'd rather watch a mukbang, honestly.
Dude, I'm
Jesus
triggered.
Right, you should be triggered.
Christ.
My God.
All right, I'm done, bro. My opinion's.
You have your own show to fucking lose fucking viewers on. What? You want to hear Taylor talk about the format on how to do a live show? Shut Up and Scribbles on this Thursday. It's been 3 or 4 weeks. I stole their show. Now they get it back. My God. I was close. Thank you. You saved my life, Taylor. One more word and I'd have been toast.
Is that a real gun, bro?
No.
What is it?
It
Show
looks-
me the muzzle. Yeah, exactly, bro. Oh my God. They allow those in California?
No, you want to know the truth is so I was in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and they were selling perfect replica guns. And someone looked at this gun and told me, "Hey, dude, this is a real gun, but they just filled it in, right? With like they put solder or something in it to fill, so it doesn't work." And as I'm at the checkout counter and I'm buying it, Greg Glassman goes, "You fucking idiot." And I go, "What?" He goes, "What'd you buy that for?" And I go, "To give to my kids." He's go, "Dude, you're going to get them shot." and he's right. So now I never gave it to him. It just sits in my office. And anytime you start talking about format, I pull it out.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
If my YouTube accidentally goes to Shut Up and Scribble, I fucking reach for my gun. All right. So basically, Colton, what you're saying is you're not scared, as they say in Iowa. You're not scared. You ain't scared. You ain't scared of no raccoon.
I think my fitness is at a place right now where honestly it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna beat them by a minute, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. All right. We'll try to find a big sponsor. And what if could you do that? Could you go to Charlotte and stay there for like 5 or 6 days? Do you have that type of like time off? Like, can the pigs be away from you for that long?
Yeah. I would be going to Charlotte or Nashville probably. Yeah. That'll hold down the.
We'll try to pay you more than them. Do you have contractual obligations to go there?
Not that I know of. I haven't signed the contract yet.
Oh, all right.
But no, they're pretty. Like whatever's best for us, they're behind it.
All right, dude. Well, Colton, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. I'm sorry I was going to kick Taylor off. I didn't mean to give him steal any of your screen time, but you did good. You look good next to him.
Yeah, it was good. Talking to Taylor, it was fun getting to hang out with him. Last weekend.
It was cool. I mean, it could have been disappointing, right? You could have gone there and been like, "Oh, he's a douche."
No, him and Bryson were nice, and it was good getting to go to CrossFit Charlotte's a nice gym, and the people there were really nice. Andy Hendel was cool to meet. But I have a question for you. I don't know if you know the answer, but what's 5'4", 185 pounds of all natural twisted steel and leaves whenever the hell he...
Wow.
Wow.
Dramatic.
Damn.
What an exit.
Holy fuck.
God, he's really come into his own.
I like that guy a lot. He was by far he was so much fun to be around this weekend.
Hey, going back to that first thing we were talking about, another thing that, like, don't tell him this, but another thing that made the fucking week great was Bryson. And so that was just an idea that you had. You're just like, hey, can my boy Bryson do it? And I'm thinking to myself, that's stupid, but let's just do it anyway. And those shows murdered, dude. I had so much fun hanging out with you and just fucking, I enjoyed watching you watch him. I enjoyed watching someone who's like right at that level before being like the best go. And so the thing is I don't expect someone who has as much responsibility on themselves, like the CrossFit Games do in the production, to be that nimble, to be like, okay, fine, we'll do it. But then again, can you pull up the CrossFit Games Instagram account?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're nimble, we're flexible. At the last minute, we can just throw in your training partner and he does a workout, and those shows are killing.
But
like, I just don't expect anyone else to do that, to have the balls to do that. But then look at this. Scroll down a little bit. And I don't mean to pick on this girl at all. I'm not picking on her, but then keep going. Is that Fikowski in the middle?
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he looks like a shrimp right here.
That's not recently, is it?
No.
Yeah, he lost a bunch of weight.
He has AIDS. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep
I
going.
gave it to him.
Keep going. Oh, that girl. Let's talk about week 2 of the Open. What is this?
We are already done with week 2 of the 2024 CrossFit Open. Here's some highlights. For the second week in a row, the top man and women.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
Week 2 highlights 3 days ago after the third workout's announced.
Well, I'm not even saying that. Just like, hey, like that looks like it's a last minute thing. Like they just saw some random chick in her bathroom doing videos and they fucking posted it.
It sucks, and I disagree with you. I think they try to be nimble. The whole golden barbell challenge was something that felt really nimble. It just seems like every way in which they go around doing live shows, post-produced videos, etc., are performed by these archaic fucking big blocky dinosaurs that don't know how to fucking do anything cool. And
why wasn't the golden barbell cool? The picture of it was amazing.
Because no one decided to sit down and do a long form discussion about what the fuck it even is. No one knows what it is.
Have you ever been to an authentic Mexican food restaurant?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and then you're looking at the pictures and you're like, fuck, everything looks disgusting. Who took these pictures? Are their menus all fucked up? And then the food comes in, it's beautiful. So they
laminated pictures.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
But they didn't do that.
That's what I mean. They did the opposite. They showed us the most amazing golden barbell ever and then gave a shit brown one.
Right. And
you're just like, what happened?
It just
oh my God, they posted Colten's a picture of Colten and his mom. Holy shit, that's intense.
They did. This was like an interview for 24.2, I think.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, that is intense.
Look at this. Look at the quote. I believe I wasn't raised by weak men and women, and she would have wanted me to continue on and keep going. Wow. He looks good there.
It's crazy to me how much money they spend on all of this stuff, and just look at what you're able to do, we're able to do for pennies on the fucking dollar to them. And just,
but they have to pay. In their defense, they have to pay people. They're not like,
right. You can pay people, but pay people who actually have a track record of doing shit that's good. Right now, all of their content is just resting on the laurels that they have 1 million followers. Anything they're getting, everything they're getting is built off of content in the past that has put them in the position that they're in now. None of their content that they're putting out now is attracting a new audience in any way. It sucks.
None of these posts are about the golden barbell.
There it is. Yeah,
There's
so
one.
like look at that.
Okay,
Like,
click
yeah,
that. Let's
so
see.
that's the
What is it?
opposite of one of those Mexican restaurants. That bar looks cool.
This year during the Open, we want to continue celebrating and highlighting all of the great things happening in our community around the world with the new Golden Barbell Award. How it works. Each week of the Open, the community can nominate a peer from their CrossFit community who embodies the weekly theme. Week 1, the heart and soul of your gym. Week 2, a local service open athlete. Week 3, what is a local service open athlete? Are they
Like
servicing the
military,
Open?
law enforcement?
Right.
EMS.
Well, so first, there's something that makes no fucking sense. An athlete with the most standout performance during the Open. How to nominate a peer. Post a photo or video on social media explaining why to pick. So who we're confused now. Is this for your own gym? Are you saying, hey, you won the golden barbell at our gym? Or is this nominating for CrossFit's golden barbell? Like, just
And then they post nothing
I
about
agree.
it until Jeff Adler gets it.
fucking talk about it, assholes.
Nothing. Oh, look, Jeff Adler won the gold.
Well, I think something happened to the barbell, and so they should have said the shit brown barbell award.
Yeah, it looks like the stuff.
Which is cool. It's cool getting a barbell, but
right.
They under
And didn't Medeiros get a women's bar, or who got it? Jeff Adler got the women's bar?
Oh no.
I think the barbell was just perfectly sized for him to sit on it, actually. Like, that's basically, it was useless unless that's what you were into.
The non-binary bar. Anyway, okay. So great week. I don't know what we're doing. I'm gonna have to have my people sit down with Taylor's people.
For quarterfinals?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think the odds are we do something?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Do you hate it? Do you hate the idea?
No, I don't hate the idea. I just, I
don't mean the idea, the execution. Let me rephrase that. Do you hate the execution of the idea? Not even the formatting, are you just like, nah, let's not do it?
No, I kind of want to do it, but I also like, there's.
Think about how much we could provide for a sponsor, dude.
There'll be no one else putting out content during that time. So I think in that sense, we will obliterate everyone. What makes me nervous, and this is probably, I could take a page from Colten's book and learn that my big fear is that in quarterfinals, there's definitely something that comes out that I can't do. And that's a likely scenario. So instead of being scared of it, I can prepare for the next 5 weeks. And if it happens, it is what it is. And if it doesn't happen, I'm good. And if it happens and I'm able to overcome it, like this third week of the Open, great. And if it happens and I'm not, then I did everything that I could and not worry about it.
You mean like you couldn't do it physically, or you just couldn't do it?
There are things that I for sure right now, like I would hurt myself trying to do physically.
What's your chick say about it when you talk to her about it?
She wants me to compete.
What does she think about doing the quarterfinals there specifically?
I think she knows it would add a lot of stress, but in her mind, if I did quarterfinals anyway, there would be stress regardless.
Right.
So she's like, what's the big difference? You're going to be stressed out either way.
Why does she want you to compete? Just to scratch that itch, or?
I think she knows that it's a dream of mine. She wants me to be smart. She thinks I probably don't believe in myself as much as I should. So maybe that's her trying to do that a little bit for me.
Does she know how to talk to you about it, or do you get in a fight over it, or she knows how to work it?
No, she doesn't. Yeah, we don't fight about that at all. We fight about other shit.
So she's a great support there in your training.
Yeah, she is.
She wants you to get rid of the dogs?
No, dude. What? We've one of them was mine, one of them was hers, and then we met and they conjoined.
Do they get along?
Dude, so this is so funny. When she first moved in, they're like a really crazy breed. Like, healers are just they can be incredibly aggressive. They can fucking be horrible with other dogs.
OCD as fuck.
Our dogs now have like bonded, like they've bonded in a great way. But like there have been, when we first met, it took them a while to like be comfortable around one another.
You both have healers? You both have healers?
Yeah, hers is a blue healer, mine's a red healer. So type in red.
Weird. What are the odds of that?
I know. Type in red healer. So yeah, that picture on the far right above Doxter, that's probably what Cora looks like. Yeah. Or that bottom picture with the two together. That's like what Cora and Cooper look like. So that when we first started dating, they were around each other. It was like they were always leashed, and like it was just like, okay, this is a dog I'm hanging out with as a friend. So they were like great. Lizzie moves in, and like the first day Lizzie moves in, she's in the home office because she was working from home at that point. And Cora, my dog, she's a girl, and she's like a queen bee, kind of like got that alpha female dog energy. She like walks into the office, looks Lizzie right in the face, squats and pisses like right in front of her.
Oh,
just
that's awesome. And she's never pissed in the house before.
never,
right?
dude, never.
Yes, that's badass.
So
that's so badass.
So we dealt with some shit like that. And then when they were getting a little more used to each other, my dog loves to roughhouse play, and Cooper likes to play with toys a bit more. So Cora would go a little too far and they'd fight. And when they fought maybe 7 times in the 2.5, 3 years since they've been together. But when they fight, like 2 people have to be there, because if it's just me, like if I pull Cora off Cooper, he'll continue to lunge at her and grab a hold of her.
Yeah.
So like I have like scars on my arms from like diving on them on the hearth and like pulling them apart. Cora has this big like fucking teardrop scar.
Do they still fight?
They hadn't fought in like 6 months, and then Bryson was over here like a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was like a month ago. Me and Lizzie and Bryson were all in the small office. Cooper brings a toy in, and they just started fighting over it. And that's the most recent fight they've had. But they don't. It's they only fight when it's people
I
involved.
can't even believe you allow toys anymore. Like, soon as I get 2 dogs, like bowls up, toys garbage, you're fucked.
Yeah, it's really the toys. They're fine with the toys. It's when people get involved, because they're super protective and loyal dogs too. So Cooper is insanely like if Cora's playing with Lizzie, you know, Cooper will get super jealous. Or like if I'm playing with Cooper, like I can't play tug of war with Cooper ever because Cora will just fuck him up. So.
There was twice my dog. One time my dog took a shit in a room to do that. But one time I was fighting with this girl in the street. We were just yelling at each other, and my Great Dane just walked up to her, and she was wearing like a long hippie dress. This is like, and he lifted up his leg and pissed on her and drenched her dress. And then, dude, this other time there was this guy with cerebral palsy in a fucking wheelchair, and he's just screaming at me. And my Great Dane walks up to him and pisses on him.
That's amazing.
And it wasn't even one of those wheelchairs. It was like one of those like carts.
That's so funny.
And just fucking drenched the dude. It was crazy.
But our dogs are the best, and they're like really bonded and close now. It's cool. It's just a challenge.
They just fought last week. It sounds stressful as fuck.
It can be, but at the same time, I think both of us have accepted that we're the retards that picked that breed.
Oh,
like, it's not that those dogs they need to be on a farm, and they're for the environment they're in. We have a yard, you know, we spend so much time.
I saw that area just full of broken concrete. I saw your decor.
Yeah, my rubble. Decor. Yeah, it looks like I'm in fucking Ukraine.
Dude, I was looking at everyone's fucking how everyone was raised. That was crazy.
I didn't send my childhood home, and that's just my current home, but it's a step up from my childhood. So.
Oh my goodness, what a mess.
Quarterfinals would be cool to do.
We hang out with a lot of white trash. I never hung out with white trash like this. Like my friends now are the most ghetto they've ever been.
Dude, you know what needs to happen? I don't know have you done an episode where somebody interviews you on your show so you can talk about you in the fucking war zones, taking pictures of naked people in Africa and stuff?
No.
Why?
I feel fake when I'm being interviewed.
Fuck you, dude. I'll do it. I'll interview you.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Just think about it, because I want to know what your life was like. The whole story.
I was just a young little humble Armenian boy who worked my way up the.
Just a dumb farmer from Iowa.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I never had any friends like the friends I have now. It's so weird. I've not like my childhood friends were nothing like my friends now. I can't believe I'm the old dude in my friends. I remember being like your age and having old friends, and now you're the young dude, and now you have an old dude friend. It's weird. You
know what's weird?
Yeah.
How old are you?
50. I just turned 52 yesterday.
Okay, I saw a post that O'Keefe just turned 38.
O'Keefe?
I thought O'Keefe was like 6 years older than you.
He's mature though, not because he looks old. He's just mature.
No, it's because he
act
looks
like
old as fuck.
Oh,
stop, dude. You look young. You don't look 52. You probably look like mid 40s. But
do I look Turkish?
No, dude, you look. I'm not uncultured like fucking Colten is, dude. I know what Turkish people look like and what Armenian people look like. You look Armenian.
All right, good. Yeah, look at this shit. Sevan is our pawpaw. What is that? God damn it.
Paul. Maymo and Paul.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Great show. It's crazy when I'm doing my unhinged MAGA rants. I get like 200 live views. Now we're like at 700.
Dude, do you think RFK has a shot? No, right?
No, but I'm warming up to him. I like him more than ever.
Do you think he'll run again in the next term and have a shot then?
Hey, dude, I don't think people like him because of the way he talks, the way he sounds.
I don't give a fuck how he sounds, dude.
I know, me
love that
neither.
guy.
Me neither. I like him too. What do you like about him?
I just like that he's so hardcore anti-vax and anti-big pharma and anti-big. He even is like anti-EPA, like the Environmental Protection Agency is just corrupt as fuck. He's
so
against
corrupt.
all that big money corruption. I love that.
You know who made a movie about that and it got pulled off of YouTube? Is that super liberal dude, Michael Moore.
Oh wow,
it was an insane movie. It was basically talking about how all of these clean burning fuel source or clean burning energy plants that we have all around the United States, that basically the things that we were burning in there were trash, and we were importing trees from the Amazon to burn.
Wow.
And that was like where the majority of the energy in the country was coming from. It was a wild movie, but YouTube pulled it down quick.
There's another document. I forget. Maybe it's just called The Vaccines or Vaxxed. There's a documentary on YouTube. It's about fucking the MMR vaccine and autism. It's crazy. I like him because of that stuff, and because I don't know, he's young. He's younger, not young, but he's way fucking
And
younger.
he's juiced for sure too. You know that. Right?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. I hope he's juiced. Our president should be on whatever fucking. You don't think Biden's juiced? He just ain't on the, he just ain't on the good shit.
Yeah, Biden's definitely juiced.
I don't know. But I also will say I don't like. I kind of believe we should pull out of a lot of these. Like, I fucking hate how involved we are and how much money we fucking send to other countries. I fucking hate taxes. I fucking hate the IRS.
Oh. He didn't mean that. Dear John at the IRS.
Is there a John that?
No, I don't know.
Okay, because if there's a commenter who works at the IRS, you don't ever make yourself known to me. That's for sure.
Audrey, I hate taxes in the Ukraine. Understand? All right.
It's crazy, dude. I heard the other day. I didn't hear this. It was like a big epiphany to me, but I'm sure you fucking old guys have like felt this way forever. And I'm just going through my young age of anti-authority. But like this guy put it into perspective, was like paying taxes is giving the government an interest-free loan. They just fucking pay it back to you. Dude, when I read that, when I saw that, I was like, I fumed.
What's weird is, but I get it because I used to be there too, is that people think you have to think they want to raise the taxes on the rich. And so basically the two ways you have to think about that is, do you want the rich people to spend their money, or do you want the government to spend the money? And I prefer to have the rich people spend the money. And all the data shows unequivocally that when you lower corporate taxes, the whole economy grows at a significantly higher rate than when you raise taxes, because the government's just wasting the money. I shouldn't say wasting. There's no such thing as wasting money, but they just they spend it poorly. By wasting, I mean they're not burning it. Like buying that's a naive mind to think, hey, you bought a Lamborghini and a $6 million diamond ring, that's a waste of money. That money still is in the ecosystem. All the people who work at the jeweler are still getting the money, and then you know what I mean, paying their people to clean their houses and all that shit. But I don't like all the people just sitting around doing nothing in the government. That's the problem. So you got people like me, you, and Caleb working our asses off and having fun, and then people in the government just moving papers around. They have the golden handcuffs on.
It's insane. And knowing that like the Pentagon has failed its internal audits for like budgeting for the past
10 years.
That's insane to me. Like learning things like that.
You know what failed means too, right? They don't know where the money went.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck do you mean you don't know where it went, dude?
Classified budgets.
Fucking fuck, that's crazy. That's
do you know what the wing nuts think?
Mm-mm.
The crazy people think that NASA is made up and it's a money laundering scheme. So they tell you stories about space travel and space flight so that the money can go there, and then from there it's just stolen. They also said the CIA is that also, that they're not even real organizations. They're just money laundering schemes.
That's a little too. I enjoy a hefty conspiracy theory. That's maybe. I would have to watch a lot of shit.
Hey, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and I apologize. I think we went to the moon.
Dude, I 100% think we went to the moon.
I think we went to the moon.
You're not going to get hate for that, dude. People who don't believe we went to the moon are retarded. This is a thing, man. That's Pfizer. I
wouldn't bet my life on it, though. I wouldn't bet my life on it.
I wouldn't bet my life on really anything that's
I know. That's a good point.
I think I'm the type that believes that fucking following all the Purdue Pharma scandal and all this shit about the opioid epidemic and big pharma being so fucking evil.
What's crazy is that's a liberal story too. You know that, right? The liberal media loves the fact that pharma. They love that. I don't know why they can't see it with the vaccine, but for some reason they see it with opioids. It's so weird.
They're retarded. So that all happens, and then the coronavirus for sure manufactured in a lab in Wuhan,
right, or somewhere,
released accidentally,
right.
And I don't know. Just to me, like that's all too perfect. They made way too much fucking money.
It's like someone raped everyone in the neighborhood, and then your wife gets raped, and you don't believe it. It's like, dude, you just told us that you just spent the last 10 years telling us that guy raped everyone in the neighborhood, and now you're defending him when he rapes your own life. I mean, that's what it was like, the opioid, blaming pharma for opioid crisis, and then not being like, hey, the vaccine's bullshit too. It's weird.
Yeah, I get crazy about it. And when I get really bored, I go on your personal Instagram and just fucking watch your stories. But I don't just I feel like some people probably skip through them. I don't skip through a single one. I go to your story, I click it, and then I go out to that page and I learn all about it. And then I go back and I go to the next one. It's my favorite thing to do, dude. I love that.
Thank you. What's the deal with my Instagram? How many followers do I have?
Are you still shadow banned?
Oh, everything. It's so, do not ever tag me. Let me see what's my am I Sevan Matosian again, or?
Yeah.
Oh, I am Sevan.
Randomly, I will just I won't see your stories for weeks, and then all of a sudden it'll be at the top and it'll be like 20 stories.
Sevan Matosian.
Like, oh shit.
I mean, I'll pretty much repost anything anyone tags me, and I'll repost. Like, I'm not worried about my brand. Oh, 3,700 followers. Oh, that's good. I'm climbing up in the world again.
Who's the biggest? Probably Patrick Bet David, biggest guy you've had on the show. PBD. Other than me, you know.
Yeah, probably.
He's massive now.
Yeah, he's crazy, right? I can't tell how big he is, or if he's just in my algorithm. I can't tell how big anyone is anymore.
I think he's pretty big.
Hanging out with Trump at the UFC.
Yeah,
because I don't think Taylor Swift is big, but she's the biggest person in the world, right?
Why? I don't think about her at all. Yeah.
I'm not in her ecosystem or the Rocks, but they're like supposedly like the ones, but they're not in my. Wow, he has 5 million followers.
Yeah, he's big.
You know what's crazy? Before I lost my account, when I had my blue checkmark account, I used to DM with him a bit. DM with him maybe once a month now.
God, his nose is scary though.
Patrick Bet David?
Yeah, it looks like he could fucking snort a kilo of coke in one go. Done. He's a G, dude.
Hey, did he know? Wow, and he's huge. I didn't realize Trump was so huge too. So
Trump's
tall.
like 6'4", right?
Maybe like 6 foot.
No, look it up. He's 100% taller than 6 foot.
Who's that Patrick Bet David standing next to? Who's that?
Quarterback.
Joey, quarterback from LSU.
Joe Burrow.
Is that guy good?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, good quarterback.
That's crazy, because I think Patrick Bet David's crazy tall.
Joe Burrow's like 6'5", 6'6". So I'm for sure Trump's like 6'4".
Damn.
What do you think happens to the Democratic Party when Trump
6'3".
wins? Trump 6'3".
Yeah.
So
the thing is I'm starting to realize the things they care about and the things we care about. Like, there's so little that the Republican Party can do to upset me right now, because my values just don't align with Like, it used to bug me when I was a Democrat that Trump would be like handing out paper towel rolls, shooting 3-pointers. Like, I'd be like, what a dickhead. But now it's like, hey, dude, like you have gay flag. You have gay clubs for 8-year-old kids in public schools, and it's like that's like you have sex. I shouldn't even call it gay because it's not. You have sex clubs for 8-year-olds, and I'm at that point. I don't care what Trump does. I don't care if he's
Right.
grabbing other people's hands and jerking them around, or if he says his daughter's hot as shit, or like I don't care at that point.
I can't tell if 12 daily doses is being serious or if that's a joke of a comment. Is he how liberal is this guy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Pat Lange, just shut the fuck up now if you're being serious anyways.
What did he say? Nothing, Taylor. They're not gonna cry and scream about losing for 4 years like MAGA faggots still do every day. Here's the thing: they absolutely will, and they did before, Patrick. You know that's true. You've seen all. You saw all the footage doses of like Hillary Clinton and them saying that the election.
They cried. They literally cried. I woke up the morning of the 2016 election to a video of everyone in the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Crying.
That's fine. I hear you. 24/7 crying about fake election all day long. I hear you, but I'm just saying, like the other side did that too. I mean, and they actually literally did cry. I never actually saw a single Republican crying, but I did see lots of people crying about when Hillary lost.
I think that actually is 12 daily doses.
Oh, damn.
Did you send that in, Pat? What my question is I don't understand how the Democratic Party or the DNC can think in any planet that putting Biden back up is a good idea. Like, where does that come from? They've got to have someone else.
Could you say it the other way too? I can't believe putting Trump up is a good idea.
Oh, I think everyone in the Republican Party thinks their best shot is Trump because half the
but there you said it. They think for some reason their best shot is Biden, not that he's the best guy. That's the distinction I'm and don't get me wrong, I don't hate Trump. I don't hate Trump.
But
like I'm perfectly okay with him being president. I'm not perfectly okay with Biden being president.
No, me neither.
I don't even think I'm scared's not the right word, but I feel sorry for a lot of people if he becomes president.
I don't even view it. Can't even be the same. It's not the same as the Republican Party thinking Trump's their best shot. It's like Trump
he's functioning on some level. Biden's not functioning on any level
at all. And how can they not even think that, okay, well, we could at least we could create a story around this person. And if that's somebody that everyone can get behind, people aren't going to want to vote for Trump. Well, I just don't see how could you imagine if the Democratic Party fucking endorsed RFK? Is it just money that keeps that from happening? Are they, what the fuck?
Dude, but I think Biden is still, I think I just saw something released recently where he's saying that we need to continue to get vaccinated. And so that's obviously a strong point for that party, right? And so RFK wouldn't stand a chance, would he, if he said, well, what's weird too, how about this? A month before Biden was elected president,
he was talking
the whole left said they would never take the vaccine.
Because it was Trump's. Yeah, 100%.
The whole left, the montages were crazy. And so that's the kind of things I think about. And if they addressed it, I would be okay with it. But the fact that they don't address it and they just flip the script, that's how I don't know how anyone votes for them. It's so weird.
It's super weird. I also I am inclined to believe that most people who experience what we all experienced over the past 4 years in COVID, if someone like if the DNC endorsed RFK and he stood up and people were able to hear his stance, they would be like, yeah, I felt uncomfortable about a lot of that shit too. And
God, I hope you're right. You're giving people a lot of credit.
I think a lot, dude. I do believe the vocal minority thing. I believe that the vocal minority.
Standy Randy, this is a really good point. 12 daily doses. You can't use the word faggot and be liberal. That's probably true.
Got you, man.
He kind of got you there, Taylor.
Oh my God, he forced it on the world. This guy Pat Lange. Pat Lange sounds like he's retarded.
Good friend of mine. Be nice to him.
No, dude, I'm not gonna be nice to him.
Oh,
you got to give me wrench capabilities so I can get up in there and tune him up.
French capabilities. Don't you have access to the back end? Or no,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
just
I do.
Sentinel?
I've only made one thumbnail with it. I gotta get my shit together.
Yeah, you have every access to the channel that I do.
I know it's crazy. I also listened the other day that like under Trump, minimum house or like the average household income earning to afford an average house in America necessary was like $69,000 household income to afford
Okay.
the average house, a mortgage.
Okay.
Now it's $109,000, so it went up 40 grand.
The price of everything skyrocketed under Biden. It's absolutely nuts.
Remember the whole gas fiasco?
Hey, at least you don't have Gavin Newsom. Our state is wild.
Dude, I feel like you must live in a very, very secluded, nice pocket to be able to.
Well, the thing is most of California is not like that. It's just most of the people are like that. Do you know what I mean? Like the landmass is not like that.
Right.
Like because all the people who don't live on top of each other are like that or aren't like that. But it's all the people who live on top of each other. It's all
LA, Sacramento.
Yes. It's all the robots that live. You know what I mean? But not even Sacramento. Like just on the outskirts of Sacramento, it gets kind of normal too. The people aren't fucking pussies. What was I going to share with you? Was it about Tyson Bagent? Oh no, there's this Reddit thread that Hiller showed us.
Yeah.
Did you go there?
I read a little bit and it was all like, it was honestly, I was going there. I thought Hiller shared it because they were all going to be sucking our dick and my dick for Taylor versus the world. And then they started hating on the podcast. And I was like, dude, I'm not reading any of this. These people are fucking bots.
It's 50 comments of, God, it sucks that piece of shit Sevan does good CrossFit coverage. I mean, that's the synopsis of the thread. I was like, I'll take it.
Crazy. Who goes on? I don't know.
Here's the thing. I don't mind the criticism. I just wish they would say like, I just wish they would like actually tell, like they don't ever say why they, like, I know lots of people love to hate Sevan. I mean, that's like the most concise thing there, but it's always like he's a MAGA nut job or I don't like his political views. Like, what don't you like about my political views? Like, tell me just one you don't like the fact that I don't want kids to be molested? Just say it. Just the reason why they can't write anything because it would make them look so bad. Hey, listen, and there's a thing in there about ripping on me for talking about no, Sevan and Taylor have the capacity to quite literally drive people away from CrossFit. I would 100% never show a broadcast to them for someone thinking about trying CrossFit. Hey, but that's true. We probably do quite literally drive people away from CrossFit. That might be true.
Really?
Dude.
How many fucking people fuck that.
But real quick, just listen. That statement doesn't say anything. Listen, everything drives people away from CrossFit. That's what I mean. They're vapid responses without metrics to them. Like I have no doubt we drive more people in my mind to CrossFit than push away.
Well, I know what I do in an affiliate every fucking day. So
but that's what I mean. No one here even says anything. No one's like, hey, the fact that he interviews Colten Mertens and talks to him about his mom dying drives people away. Like if you were to say that, that's why I have so much more respect for Sporty Beth. The only example in here that I saw was when I talked to Olivia Kerstetter about her dad stealing her towel when they share a hotel room. And anyone who thinks that that's creepy is out of their fucking mind. Like you don't have 4 kids. Like I live with that every single day. I go to take a shower and all my towels are wet because I have 3 boys and they've used my towel. You think it's creepy because either you don't have kids or you had a fucked up upbringing or you don't know what it's like to stay in a hotel room with fucking 6 people. Like, where do you make the leap? But I appreciate that person being so, at least give me an example. But like, then I don't have to worry about that person. It's just the generic name calling. Like, if you don't know what it's like to stay, like me and my sister and my dad and one of my sister's friends and 2 of my friends would all travel to Lake Tahoe and we'd stay in a fucking van together. And it would be freezing cold outside. And then someone would open the door and pee and all the cold air would come in. Like, these are just like real world like situations. And it's like, then you're projecting creep onto me for that. It's like, dude.
Caleb, scroll up a little. The response where the keep going. It was the long
and
one.
like
Really long one.
Creepy older guy. Like I'm like, okay. Like those. Yeah.
This person like, oh, again, the constant asides or remarks about gender politics, race, or COVID, blah, 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 blah. To me, this is when I have like a positive outlook and I'm like, man, I really think most people, if someone would stand up and be a leader and was like, hey, the last 4 years, like we didn't do things right. Everybody would be like, yeah, we didn't. We've kind of fucked up. We did some fucked up things. This sends me over the edge in the opposite direction where it's like, man, I feel like as soon as I hear someone saying shit like this, I immediately think of someone who grabs themselves behind the knees, fucking cramps their stomach up to drive their head so far up their own ass.
Yeah.
They can't see any ounce of light. Like if you want to live in that amount of ignorance over how retarded the world is, I don't want to be anywhere near this type of person who wants to just be blind.
Right. Like calling COVID politics when 10,000 businesses were closed in California because of a COVID policy. That's not politics. Now we're talking about what they're saying is they don't want to talk about reality. Hey, I use CrossFit for escapism. I'm not judging you. I respect.
I do.
But don't bring reality into CrossFit. I get it. Like talking about chopping the penises off of 13-year-old boys is not politics. It's just not.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Taylor.
The fact that it's been drawn into politics could be correct, but it's not politics. Anyway.
I made probably fucking 5 times what Colten Down and Jason will make put together by the end of these 6 months from these shows. So thank you.
Oh, good.
That's just me saying that you guys drove so much traffic to my program.
Well, you proved your concept. Hey, check this out. Do you feel as more and more people sign up for Sentinel training, do you feel pressure?
I feel less
like a responsibility.
More accountability. No, I feel immense internal responsibility to do a better job than all of these other programs people are paying for out there.
Yeah.
Like when I see people paying for, fuck it, I'm going to name call Proven, HWPO, Mayhem, CompTrain, and I see what they offer. It hurt Lynchpin even. I'm like, that fucking guy repeats a workout every single day.
I don't think, does Lynchpin, they have like programming? Isn't it just like he just writes a program? Isn't he just writes a workout on a board?
Right. Anybody sells it and with a Beyond the Whiteboard subscription. Like, why are you fucking paying for someone to just recycle workouts or recycle strength progressions? So I feel this immense pressure to give people what I feel like is an elevated standard. It's what I think is I'm trying to make an online training program as close to a class as possible, as much detail on the workout, as much coaching on the workout, as much like when I'm writing out a workout and then when I'm writing out the 700 words of notes that go with that corresponding day, I'm trying to think of any question that someone in my affiliate would ask me. I want to be answered here. Oh, what do I do if I don't have this? What if I do if this hurts? What if I do if I can't do that? And on top, so not just that, but that is
your daily coaching at your CrossFit affiliate is hugely influential in your program.
Yeah, I would not be capable of putting out what I put out without that. I don't think.
That's fascinating. I wonder how many of these people who program also teach classes at an affiliate.
But also learning from someone like Andy, someone like Jeff, Maggie, my coach John, and learning the program aspect from people like Chase, Bill, JR, who I've just been around looking at other programs. So I have an interpretation of the methodology that I feel like is best in terms of if you're going to train out of your garage or follow a program, this is 100% what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. But then I feel like what I also bring is the experience of coaching. That's my full-time job, coaching an affiliate attached to that and how to, scale.
I've done train at home programs. Taylor's right on those gaps when compared to an affiliate.
If I've ever had a question, because I follow your programming as well, and my wife does too. If I've ever had a question,
I tied his wife in deadlift competition.
That's also true. Yeah.
295.
If I've ever had a question about anything that's programmed or anything at all, it's always written in there. Like I'll tell my wife will have a question. I'll say, hey, read the notes. She'll go through the notes and sure enough, there's an answer in there.
And stuff like this is kind of what I disagree with. CrossFit is going to have overlap. Also, if you're doing a strength cycle, you're going to repeat movements weekly for sure. But here's the thing that big programs get super lazy with. Imagine you're on a CrossFit program and you're doing fucking Wendler 531. 531 bench press, back squat, deadlift. So you're
Sorry,
gonna
what's 531 stand for?
it's just a rep scheme. You
Oh,
set
okay.
5 by
Okay.
5, 5 by 3,
Okay.
5 by 1, whatever.
Okay.
And you have a deadlift day. Your deadlift day doesn't always have to correspond with a barbell deadlift in the workout. Or you could have a deadlift day and then the next week you do dumbbell deadlifts. You don't have to do a barbell deadlift the next week. Or one week you do barbell thrusters. The next week you don't need to do thrusters. You can do wall balls. It's a similar movement pattern, but there's so much ability for variance within programming CrossFit that people who don't try to be as varied as possible in at least the movement, the implement variations. Okay, you do barbell thrusters one week, do dumbbell thrusters the next week. Barbell overhead squat, single arm dumbbell overhead squat. Clean and jerk, sandbag clean the next week. Like
I did plate thrusters in a 100-person workout at Sousa's gym.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
we do
it was
plate.
actually really cool. I was surprised how cool it was.
We do plate overhead lunges all the time with like a 55. That's a great workout. But these programs get lazy with shit like that, and people lose sight of why they've started CrossFit, because every time they walked in the gym, it was something new. They were learning something new. They were doing something they hadn't done in a while. A format that was unique, workout that got them excited or a little scared. But then you have these programs that just give you the same rinse and repeat. You don't need a progression in everything that you're doing. If you're doing the same movement patterns, there's going to be transfer of skill, and I don't know. I try to do that.
I'm not signed up for his program, and Taylor answers questions I have.
I also try to be like what Miranda and Julian have done, where
I think it's Julian.
Julian. Okay, sorry. Is that my racist coming out?
Yeah, unless you're in North Carolina, you can call him Julian.
Julian. What Miranda and Julian.
The J is an H in Spanish. Who?
Yeah, but some Hispanic, like I will have some Hispanic people tell me their name.
I think those are Puerto Ricans. And that's what you guys have on the East Coast. You have Puerto Ricans. We have Mexicans.
No, we have a lot of El Salvador and Mexicans in Charlotte.
Oh, all right. My bad. Okay. Listen, I'm just making shit up now.
But you're right. The one guy with the J in our 7 p.m. Joel, he goes by Joel.
Javier.
Yeah,
Javier.
It's not Javier.
Jose.
Javier.
Jose. Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Okay, so Miranda and Julian.
They've seen from the outside looking in to do an amazing job of making everyone feel like they're part of a community, and like you could always talk to them and ask them questions and feel a part of. And I want people to feel that, because that's what CrossFit is. So I don't want this just like
and
you
they're
said,
rich as fuck.
They don't have this vapid, to use a word that you use, just empty community. It's not a community if you're not like a part of it and like galvanizing people and talking to people. And I also feel like I learned that from the knees over toes guy. I started following after my knee surgery, my first one, and he had like 80,000 followers, but I DM'd him and was like, hey, this is my story. I need help with this. He's like, yeah, here, do this. Like he responded to me personally. Now he's got 4 million, 3 million followers because people felt like he cared.
And he's probably been on Rogan, I bet. Has he been on Rogan?
He has. But he does fucking care, and I fucking care. And so I want people to feel that. Like, I don't want to, now he kind of puts out trash. Like everyone who makes a fucking piece of equipment, he just sells it for him. And I don't know. I know
some other people like that too.
It's like a Ponzi scheme now, but I fucking care so much, and I want people to feel that. And so this is a 30-minute conversation to say that I have immense internal pressure, not external.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you feel it. Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like my training takes away from my ability to do this well. Like I sometimes will feel like I'm doing too much. I can't put the time that I need to put towards Sentinel, that I want to put towards it.
What is a typical day? How many hours a day do you coach?
I typically coach 2 classes a day. I used to coach a lot more.
So let's say that's 3 hours, and then you do 2 hours of training, but let's say that's 3 hours too, because of, like getting dressed.
I wake up.
Driving.
So Monday,
so that's 6 hours of your day right there.
Yeah.
Is either training or training people.
For sure. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I wake up at 7. I get to the gym. I train from 8 to 9.
Well, let me also say this, which is also research for Sentinel.
Yes. All my training.
So it is like your coaching is research for Sentinel and your training is research for Sentinel. So you kind of really are working on Sentinel all day.
Yeah. All training is basically workouts that I'm doing to put on Sentinel or an adapted version or whatever, trying them out. So I wake
You
up.
were saying your schedule. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I wake up at 7. I get to the gym. I train from 8 to 9. I coach the 9 o'clock class. At 10 o'clock, I train from 10 to 11:45. I coach the 11:45 class. And then at 1 p.m., I go home, I eat, and then I work on programming. I might do something extra in my garage.
You ever fuck yourself up so bad that and it's butted up so close to your training, to your coaching, that you're kind of like woozy?
Every day. You should ask Andy and Dina. They always laugh because I'm like at the whiteboard, like I just finished, like the other day kind of pissed me off because I wrote an interval that was every 4 minutes for 8 sets, and I had to stop after 7 because I was literally 8:59.
Class starting. Oh,
Yeah.
My OCD would not do well with that.
Yeah, it didn't do well. Mine didn't do well with it either.
Yeah,
I was tripping out.
Tripping.
Well, what got
I'd
me
be
through
like, gather around class and watch me finish this and cheer
Yeah.
me on.
I
Dipshit.
absolutely murdered myself on the 7th one to make up for it. But
Good job. Yeah, I'd have done that too. Murdered myself. You punish yourself for being a jackass. Yeah.
So I do shit like that every day. It just seems like I don't have enough time in the day, but I'm very fortunate and lucky.
Yesterday I was at jiu-jitsu all day. Not that anyone cares, but it's my show, so fuck it. I was at jiu-jitsu all day yesterday. I got home at then I took the kids to a Mexican restaurant, authentic Mexican restaurant, good food, shitty looking menu, and I had a jalapeno margarita there, and then I came home, and so I'm just all inflamed from this restaurant food. I'm so fucking tired. I've been up since fucking 5:30 a.m. I've been standing on my feet all day. I'm old. And I went in the garage and I rode it was 8:30 at night. I rode 200 I rode 200 calories on the assault bike in 20 minutes. So just kept 100 calorie every 10-minute pace. And then I got off and I did 10 burpees on the minute with on alternating minutes, 10 deadlifts, 135 in 20 minutes. So 100 burpees and 100 deadlift. I was with no rest, just jumping right off the bike.
Right.
I was I went, took a shower, and just laid down in bed and went to sleep. Like, that's it.
The crazy part?
No fucking on my birthday, nothing. It was weird. My wife's like, really? I'm like, nah, I'm dying. Nah.
I cannot.
I can't. Yeah, I don't want. I'm fucked up. It's 40 minutes of hell.
It's crazy how much capacity something like that takes. It would be super hard for anyone who doesn't do CrossFit to fathom. You know what I mean? They just wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, it's 40 minutes of just going out there and slowly just beat myself down. I know people are going to be like, hey, that's not even that hard. But I'm telling you, for me, it was hard.
For anyone who doesn't do CrossFit, that's impossible.
Yeah, I wanted to quit so bad.
Who asked the Olympian question?
Someone asked Josh Purritt. Josh Purritt asked one of his guests. Yeah,
right.
Fluffy Duck.
Yeah,
and
that
the guy,
fucking
like Josh's response was great. Fuck off.
He was so right. Both those other guys are fat as shit. They're like, oh, the Olympian. Like, dude, if they were to try, there are Olympians who wouldn't be able to do that 40-minute workout. 100%. Probably 50% of them.
Probably not a shot putter.
Definitely not a shot putter. That's crazy. Cool workout.
All right. Thanks for coming on. I didn't plan to keep you this long. I was only going to keep you 30 minutes. Thanks for staying for 2 hours.
I ran my mouth.
No, I'm glad you did. It was cool with Colten too. That was cool. Colten's a G. All right. Oh, tomorrow I think I have Raw of Earth on.
Oh, wow. Life Source. Will you get him to talk about that a little bit?
The life source?
Yeah.
Ejaculation? Oh, no, I'm not asking about that.
Why, dude?
Come on.
I don't know. It's so 2018. Just drinking your semen. Drinking your semen.
Mother's milk and life source.
Wow. Mother's milk.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. We will see you. I don't know. For sure tomorrow morning, maybe sooner. Bye-bye.